Let's look back over the two issues that are troubling the coalition right at the moment. The Channel 7 interview is one, and then the conflict over aid to Indonesia. Now, on the first one, let's first of all see where we agree. Do we agree that Tony Abbott did and said nothing wrong in Afghanistan? And just before you answer that, here's Exhibit A, the Defence Minister Stephen Smith on AM.
In the terrible and difficult circumstances of the fog of war, often bad things happen.
Now, bad things happen to me. That's the same context, same meaning, just different language. Do we all agree with that?
Shit is a bad thing, shit happens, bad things happen, same thing.
He said nothing wrong.
No, he said nothing wrong.
He did nothing wrong beyond succumbing to the absolutely inevitable impulse when a politician is in a field of war to swear.
Look, and in the American fashion, because he's with American soldiers.
Okay, second proposition, do you also agree that that Channel 7 showed poor judgment by initially introducing this story in the way that they did, by making the statement that Tony Abbott was insensitive and offensive?
I don't agree. It's not just poor judgment. It is an absolute disgrace. It's a travesty of journalism. It was dishonest. They did not just say insensitive, which is a clip you showed.
Offensive.
The initial, or offensive. The initial thing was insults fallen soldier. That's what they said. He'd insulted a fallen soldier.
Okay,
Insult
they got that wrong. Do you agree, David?
Entirely wrong.
They got that wrong. Okay, so we'll move on now to Tony Abbott's handling of it.
I don't think we should move on that fast.
Why?
I think this is the most disgraceful episode I've ever seen of a gotcha attempt on a senior politician for a long time. And the reaction from the public... That is the
area we're now moving into, Andrew. That's the area we're now moving into.
No, the reaction from... It's the media and the failure of so many Canberra press journalists to see that this is the biggest story. The gotcha attempt and what the public has how it's reacted and what it concludes about what the media's... what Abbott's chance of getting a fair deal from the media
asked him some questions, and it was in Tony Abbott's capabilities to answer them.
It has been the press gallery's very urgent business to turn it from what Channel 7 did to how Tony Abbott reacted.
You couldn't possibly have a more broad and more passionate discussion from all players about about all the aspects of this arrangement, and people have written about that and discussed it.
I thought it was a sacking offence, frankly.
All right,
I don't think I've heard that kind of level.
What we have seen is the video right up until the point where Tony Abbott says that I've given you the answer that it deserves, right? So let's go back and look at it up to that point, and then it goes on beyond that, and I don't think very many people have seen what went on beyond that, so let's look at the whole thing in context.
How's that turning into a media circus? Okay, well, tell me, what's the context, and if it's out of context, what is the context? You're not saying anything, Tony.